I have been on Busy Bee. This is probably around a day's worth of gameplay. And I just felt like kind of doing stuff without recording, so I built this little hallway with all my basic machines. So we have a compressor here, we have a furnace here, a macerator here, and an extractor here. And the items automatically get delivered to these chests, as you can see, which is always a really helpful functionality. And over here we have our industrial blast furnace, which I was using to cook steel, and industrial electrolyzer, an alloy smelter, and a couple charge stations to get my turtles charged up, and a single industrial centrifuge, which I was using to get magnesium. But, and then that, I've set up a cactus farm, super simple over here, and I've pretty much decorated the place quite a bit. Today I have a couple plans. First of all, I want to set up a lava tank, because I decided that I need to transport lava and biomass around, because though I could set up these power production lines in a lot of places, I don't think it's really efficient, kind of. So, yeah, all these things are getting lots of cobble, so we can extend the pipe always. So we could go make a couple more pieces of pipe. Here's a really cool trick. If you use an induction smelter with rich slag, then you get 3 times as much. So, like, you get 3 instead of 2. So that's also a really, really helpful trick thing that I use a bunch. So yeah, we have the stuff ready. We need to make a pretty much really insane lava production unit. So let's get started. Magma Crucible. So first we need to put down a bunch of biogas engines. And let's see. Okay. That's a whole bunch of biogas engines. Now we need to place down a whole bunch of magma crucibles. Come on. Alright. We need to put these down for them to align correctly. But for us to put them down, we need a block. So let's go grab some stone, because stone's not a bad looking block. So yeah, what I'm doing here is, in case you missed the last episode, what happens when you power a magma crucible when there's cobble inside is it creates lava. Now, this is probably enough to power around 3 thermal generators. So we're also going to put a row of biogas engines on top of this pipe, and that should just about max out this one pipe here. So yeah, that's what we're going to do. But for now, I think we'll do this, and that should double our lava production. So I want to place the magma crucibles facing this way, so yeah. And let's see, let's use the wrench it now to realign these to face the magma crucibles. No, I think I was a little bit too hasty there. I hate how engines can line up with each other like that, but it's annoying. Great. Okay, perfect. Now, what we need to do is we need to take the golden pipe and bring it across like this. 1 second. Let's just finish placing all of these. Come on. Come on, come on. Okay, there we go. Let's delete this void pipe now, because yeah, I don't think we'll really need it, and let's put it at the end of the other thing. So I think one igneous extruder should be able to keep up, because if we look at how fast this is making lava buckets, this would be an insane amount of lava buckets, just like pow, lava bucket, lava bucket, lava bucket. So next thing we need to do is we need to turn all these engines on, so we'll do that from underneath. I actually have somewhat of a story to tell, because yesterday I got food poisoning, and it was quite an experience. So what I was doing is, we were at the movies. Like, I rarely go and watch movies at movie theaters, actually. Just because I prefer to stay at home theaters. It's better for me. And I decided to get a burger before the movie started. And there was something weird about it. It just didn't taste completely right. But I ate it anyway, you know. I thought they just added more salt than usual or something like that. And, of course, during the movie, I started to feel a little bit weird. Just like, I started to feel... started to feel like the 3D glasses were really weird. Because, you know, most movies are 3D around here. And I was like, oh, there's something weird going on with the 3D glasses. And throughout the whole movie, I was just like, why isn't it focusing so well? This is making me get a terrible stomach ache. And I was like, I was starting to get really confused because this I didn't know it was food poisoning because I haven't been to the movie theaters for a couple years now, and well, I haven't watched a 3D movie in a movie theater for a couple years, 3 or 4 years. So I thought they had changed something that made it so that I just didn't feel comfortable or something. So I was like, that movie. We were watching The Great Gatsby, and it was a really good movie. But the whole time I couldn't concentrate, and it was just because there's this nagging feeling in like stomach that was. I even kind of wanted to puke. I thought there was something weird, like, but like the people weren't aligning properly. It felt like there were two of them, and I didn't know why or anything. I just thought it was because of the movie. So I kind of blamed the movie for me getting a stomach ache. But then soon I realized that we were on our way home after I had suffered for 2 hours in the movie theater that I had gotten food poisoning. And by this time we were at home, you know, so yeah, I don't think I'm ever gonna want to eat a burger again after that. That was terrible. So after that short little story, because, you know, nothing much happens in my life. Yeah. Alright, so we need some lava cells. You know, lava cells, and where are you? Furnace. Okay. So we need to find some lava, and we need to grab it. Because you need lava to start a biogas engine. So, yeah. So, guys, what's been going on in your weekend? Ooh, this place is kind of scary looking. Where's a nice lava source? Okay, it looks like in there, there's a pretty good bunch of lava, I could say. It's like, yeah, I was imagining it would be quite deep in the corners here. I'm scared to go in closer because, although I've gotten almost 16 lava cells. Okay, I've gotten more than 16 lava cells now, just from this one corner. I do have a diamond pick. Breaking obsidian. Grade A video. Okay, so that's enough lava. Yeah, 24. That's a whole bunch. By the way, guys, I finally installed Optifine. I've been playing a while without Optifine because I had to reinstall my game, my FTB, because it wasn't working. I couldn't launch it. I don't know what happened. So what you need to do is, because these are always going to be running pretty much no matter what, you just always want to have a lava cell. And just, you know, just have a lava cell in each one. It's enough to get it started. You can actually use water. I said this last episode in biogas engines. So let me give you a plan other than increasing lava outputs. In the next 2 episodes, what I would like to do is I would like to set up a pretty important farm. And it's going to be a sugarcane. Not a sugarcane. Brain dirt. Oh yeah, we played UHC. And I should probably give my opinion on that before I tell you about what my plan is. Um, my opinion was that we did actually 2 UHCs, because the first one, like, I don't know, Soup was like Mr. Controlly Pants, and he decided he was going to reset it because he died so early, as well as David. And we clearly won that season, and, you know, we didn't upload it, and the next season, I think my death in that season was kind of cheap. Are you going to start? Okay, I just turned you off. What about you? You two are off. Okay, so my opinion is that, I don't know, my death I died was really cheap, because I was the first one to die, and so there was a creeper, and there was a little tunnel, probably around this length, and I hit him, and he was against the wall in my screen here, and I was blocking with my sword. Now, I only had an iron chest piece, and he was all the way back here, and I was blocking. Now, usually, even with no armor, that would do no damage at all if I blocked. Because if I was in the same block as the creeper blocking, on medium difficulty, that's the default difficulty of ultra hardcore. Because hard is a little bit too crazy for ultra UHC. And he did me down to half a heart, and then a skeleton out of nowhere, and of course he shot me. Like, usually the shots do like 1 heart of damage, so that was enough to kill me. And yeah, it was really dumb because the creeper was all the way back there in my screen, and that's a good 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 blocks diagonally. And if you don't count the diagonals, it's almost 8 blocks away. And then later, there was a creeper right there, and Mac was right here, and he blocked. And it didn't do any damage at all, because there was something weird going on with the server, and I don't blame myself for that death. And later, I just played Tomat, because Tomat had to go. He gave me his account and stuff. He's a nice guy, Tomat. He's changed the password, of course, now, but yeah, it was dumb. And Supa's team won really quickly, because, of course, he gets to decide all the rules and stuff, so, yeah. So far, Supa's won every single UHC that's gonna be uploaded, as well as Johnny. So, oh well. I think of all the seasons, I still enjoyed Season 1 the most, just because I played so well in that season. Now, what have I been doing? Oh yeah, I've been turning on that biogas engines. Let's see. Configuration. The bottom needs to be like that. Alright. Pow. This configuration thing is kind of tedious, guys, sorry. Everything about FTB is kind of tedious. Except for resource collection, because of course you can get that done for you with turtles and stuff. But crafting, setting up machines, all that is kind of tedious sometimes, so this is where the lava is going to exit the machines. And I'm going to set up my lava tank in this large space over here. Now, let's see. I need to get the lava from over there, too, because often, to tell the truth, guys, it's overflowing. I'm not using any power, and the lava is just being wasted, so if you could store it up, that would be very nice, and use it elsewhere. That would be cool, in my opinion. So, in this empty space over here, let's set up our tank. So, I have been using my rolling machine here to make myself iron plates, and iron plates are just for making railcraft iron tanks. So, I also set up some organization here, because it was getting cray how disorganized my chests were. I think it's alright. So what we're gonna need is other mod stuff, because that is, of course, the classification, because I don't have a chest just for Railcraft. I don't know why I put those in there. Because I'm not going to do rare. I'm not going to do a lot of Railcraft. So that's why I don't have a chest allocated to Railcraft. But, you know, eventually I might get into that stuff if I'm running out of things to do. But honestly, I'm a person for practicality. Then you might say, why don't you just do a solar panel instead? That's the most practical, instant power. Well, everything I make is complicated, right? But it's complicated to within reason. You don't have to like set up redstone timers and stuff to pulse items out at the right second or any of that. The level of complication is just a little bit of logic, and things happen correctly. So that's what I tend to do. I don't tend to overkill things. Do things that are unnecessarily complicated. Everything I do has to have a good purpose, because I want to get things done. So that's just a quick little thing about me. I like to make things in this game that actually have a good functionality. I'm not gonna ever set up something that takes forever to set up, but doesn't give me any benefit unless I completely run out of things to do. I know, I guess Railcraft would serve as a complicated way, like, to transport items, but I think it's a little bit too complicated for me, because it can't be fully automated without chunk loaders everywhere. And it can't be just easily done, because there's Railcraft, which once you set it up, it's just tedious to move it around. So I think, like, though, if you were looking for a really big challenge, it would be a good mod. But otherwise, just use Ender Chest to transport stuff around, and use a portal gun to transport yourself around. Because it's the most simple way. So this is going to be my lava tank. Let's go get the blocks that you need now. I need to be really, really, really careful while lighting things up. I know you might say, well, you weren't really careful when lighting this up, but mobs can't spawn on fences or stairs. I'm afraid that this area here is counted as a full block, so that's why I've just decided to... Oh, I messed that up. There's only 2 here. I have to move that over one later. But, like, I'm afraid this counts as a full block, because, you know, mobs need air blocks to spawn. And actually, some players have done tests, but they take one chunk and they cover it with torches, because torches delete air blocks, right? So, what ended up happening actually was slimes were spawning on the very, very edge of the chunk, because there was like half a block of airspace where the torches were. So I'm scared that that is the same for this. So I'll just light it up temporarily. I'm eventually going to add glowstone lamps or something. No, I have a cactus in my inventory. I have dirt blocks in my inventory. Let's put some of the other mod stuff I don't need away. Buildcraft, I'm going to need those pipes. Buildcraft also has these things. These things belong to Buildcraft. Other mod stuff is here. IC2, Red Power. This thing is from Red Power. So yeah, my inventory is clear enough now. I hate that glitchy running thing. So, next thing I'm gonna need is I'm gonna need a couple iron tank valves. And I'll need to make those with some iron. Alright. So what I need to do is I need to make some glass paints. Alright. Now we need to put them in a... It's like making TNT. And boom. Iron TNT. Pow. Alright. Let's make some more TNT blocks. Let's make some more glass TNT. Alright. Now, let's set this up. Alright. And we need the iron tank valves again. Now, I know you need 25 per side, and there are 6 sides, so we're going to need quite a few. So let's make quite a few then. Alright guys, so, I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have recorded right now. It's not much to say. Oh yeah, I need to tell you guys about my plans. Now, this is going to be done next episode, guys, because this episode is just kind of, I don't know, just something I needed to record something, so I guess that's what I'm doing right now. But I'll talk about what I'm going to do next episode. I'm not going to leave it a suspenseful surprise to you guys. What my plan is to use rubber trees to produce power, because I have been looking through the recipes, and there's something really cool, and that is, if you centrifuge rubber wood, it costs like, I don't know, 64,000 EU or something. You get 6 plant balls, which is good for, quick math here, good for around 250,000 EU. Rubber, which is of course super useful in crafting. Whoops. It gives you compressed plant balls. I think it gives you 4, and that's good for around 128,000 EU. And it gives you a methane cell and some carbon cells, and a methane cell can be used to generate 45,000 EU inside a gas turbine, which is rather simple. And it gives you 4 carbon cells, which is the annoying part, because then you just have to empty the carbon cells and put them back into the system. So, because if it was hydrogen cells, it would have been better, because hydrogen is like also free power, but you know, everything can't be perfect. And plus, it gives you a whole bunch of sticky resin. No, it doesn't give you rubber, it gives you a whole bunch of sticky resin, sorry guys. And then you can use that sticky resin in a centrifuge, and it will give you more plant balls. It will give you 1 plant ball and 2 rubber, or something like that. And it's just an unbelievably epic recipe, if you ask me, for power. It's gonna generate so much, and it's rather complicated, but it gives me free rubber too. And the next thing I want to set up is an automated wood farm. Now, that's going to take a lot of stuff that's set up. I'm going to need to make probably 2 more fermenters to keep up. So this is going to be an exciting journey for everyone. So next thing we need to make is a bunch of iron tank valves. Now you need some iron bars, so I think we need 2 sets. So let's just quickly craft them. And, whoops, that's the wrong way, I guess. Another thing about this is, if we want, we can save some rubber wood and use that as our main crafting. But, I don't know, I think I would rather use oak wood, it looks nicer. I'll set up an oak wood farm, too. So, yeah, I've actually done something, I've actually done something quite similar in the last world. Because I'm running out of new recipes to exploit, to tell the truth. Yeah, it's weird as that sounds, I'm running out of new recipes to exploit. Because I like to exploit anything that's rather easy. But then again, the things that are too easy I don't like to use, because then it makes the game boring. But, yeah, so now we have a big lava storage tank, and look at that, it's already almost at 2 buckets. That's nice. That's nice. Alright. Also, I'm not sure if I should, but I think I should add a 4th thermal generator. Because they don't use lava unless they need to make power, so it would just help the lava generation a bit. So, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode, because that's just about it I had to say. I'm just gonna spend kind of like the next probably while just, what's in this? What makes this coal different from that coal? And what? I don't know. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm gonna hunker down and get crafting everything I'll need. As you can see, I've already started. If I go over here, because you heard about all the centrifuges you needed, right? And I'm already getting ready. I already have 7. I need 9, I think. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.